Okay, great, thank you. In accordance with the Commonwealth of Massachusetts Executive Order suspending certain provisions of the open meeting law, we are conducting this meeting in a hybrid model, both virtually and in person.
Actually, it should just be virtually. Sorry.
Oh, we are in a virtual meeting. I stand corrected. The Cemetery Committee is conducting this meeting on April 20th, 2023 at 2 p.m. Eastern Daylight Savings Time on the Zoom platform and in accordance with the town's policy directive and guidelines issued on April 1st, 2020 and amended on May 7th. If you are recognized, please state your name and address. This meeting is being recorded. I, Rod Rydell, hereby call this meeting to order. All committee votes will be taken via roll call. We will start with an attendance roll call of committee members. When I announce your name, please reply. Jeff Walton.
Here.
Jerry Susi.
Here.
Rod Rydell here. I believe that gives us a quorum.
Great.
So then let's proceed to the first article on the agenda. And I'm sorry, Justine, my apologies. I did not print these items out. Because I was anticipating just using the electronic version. So just give me a moment. I can print these out. Oh, perfect. So our D1, our first item on the agenda is the Mausoleum Memorandum of Agreement. I will open up this topic and ask for discussion by the committee members, questions, discussions, comments about the Memorandum of Agreement, which we have all received a copy of, thanks to Justine and Aaron. Are there any comments or questions?
Rod, since we're in the meeting, do you mind if I just give a little bit of background for the record, since it's a recorded?
That's fine, Aaron.
Thank you. So back in 2020, the committee had voted and approved the creation of mausoleum lots. There's 3 in the older section, 3 in the newer section of Sleepy Hollow Cemetery. Subsequent to that, there was a hearing held to determine the cost of the sale of those lots. Those lots were then advertised for sale and available on as part of our rules and regulations, and listed for sale on the town's website under the cemetery section. A year ago, we had an interested party reach out to the department to interested in possibly purchasing interment rights of one of those lots to create a potential mausoleum. We engaged with some discussion, negotiation with those groups, who then provided a draft mausoleum design that was presented and approved by the cemetery committee previously. Since that time, there's been a lot of engineering review at the cost of the applicant, and time spent by town staff and town's engineering contractors to review and comment and subsequently approve a detailed engineering design for an installation of mausoleum. Following that approval by town staff, we've drafted a MOU document, which the committee members have, that's been sent to the purchasers, signed by the purchasers. Checks have been cut per the pay schedule, or excuse me, the fee schedule for the sale of the lot, which is $800,000, and then a perpetual care fee, which is 10% of the lot sale, excluding perpetual care. So that's $400,000, and then 10% of the design cost, which is provided to the town, comes up with the what was it, 85,000 and change for the trust. And the trust will be spent exclusively on the future care and upkeep of the mausoleum, should there need be any in future years, to be expended by the town staff, and all expenditures recorded and documented and provided to the owners of the lot at the time. So that document is sitting with the town manager, pending review, pending a signature and full execution, so that they can complete the sale, issue a deed, and then with the deeds would then be signed by the committee There's legal has been involved, and they helped to draft that or the MOU. And then there was some additional discussion, and legal advised town manager that the committee should discuss and authorize the town manager to sign the document on the committee's behalf. So that's the reason for this meeting today.
Oh, thank you.
Happy to answer
Thank
any
you.
questions that anybody might have.
Thank you, Aaron. So just as a way of organizing the discussion in my chair comments, I'd like to set it up into two parts. One, a discussion of the memorandum of agreement, and we can make a motion on that, and then a discussion about authorizing the town manager to sign on our behalf. So let's talk about the memorandum of agreement first. Are there any comments or questions from the committee members concerning the memorandum? Jerry?
Yeah. Hi, Rod. Thanks. Yeah, I've reviewed the document and it's consistent with my understanding of this project all along. I have no questions.
Jeff, please.
So I reviewed the document. First of all, I want to thank the team, Aaron and Trish and everyone for bringing this together. This is a huge win and getting this to this point. And I obviously haven't been involved for a long time, but I recognize all the work that's gone into this. So I want to say thanks for that. My only question, and I got a great background on the market pricing and everything. I thought that was very helpful. What happens with this check? Who does it go directly into the cemetery fund, or who gets the $400,000 check?
So there's two checks. First one was 800,000. First, 400,000 of that 800,000 goes into the cemetery fund. 400,000 goes into a perpetual care fund,
right?
Which is underneath the cemetery. The second check is 85 and change, I believe in. That goes into a newly created separate trust fund account specifically for the Napoli Mausoleum, and that'll be expended for maintenance if needed in the future.
And then you have to report, we have to give annual reports to the family on those expenditures?
Correct.
Okay. All right. Great.
Thank you very much, Jeff and Jerry. I have one question, or just a couple of very simple-minded questions. So 20 years from now or 30 years from now, when the cement or whatever the adhesive is that binds the stones of the mausoleum needs to be repointed or repaired, will that come out of the funds that are being set aside with this initial check? And is that viewed as the town's responsibility?
Yes, the funds will be expended from that trust fund. That's the intention of that trust fund, is for the future care of the mausoleum. And
Okay.
town staff would be the ones that would be coordinating any of that maintenance activity.
Okay, and the next question is, if there's damage, either due to some accident, a truck, or an act of nature, a tree, or lightning, something like that, does the town have an insurance policy which would help for sort of major repairs and reconstructions?
So the town is self-insured through Maya, and anytime that there's a structure that's created or built, that is then added to the town's insurance schedule.
Great.
Subsequent to installation, that would be something that is added to the town's insurance policy, just like any other building or structure in town or specialty piece of equipment.
Great. And the last thing is there any, with the cemetery committee providing, let's just take the scenario that, and it's a very probable scenario, that the cemetery committee approves this memorandum. Are we taking, as a committee, is the committee taking on any liability, or is that liability all borne by the town?
As individual liability, I mean,
Yes.
it's on town property.
Yeah, so it's the town. Okay. Okay, great. Are there any other comments or questions? May I have, in that case, and it sounds like everyone, including myself, is in favor of approving the memorandum of agreement as written. Would someone make a motion, please?
So moved. To approve the memorandum as written.
Okay, Jerry, would you second?
I second that.
Okay, I'll take a vote. Jeff,
Aye.
Jerry,
Aye.
Rod, aye. So the motion is unanimous. So we're approving the memorandum of agreement. And then just as a two-part motion, the second motion would be, are we authorizing the town manager to sign on behalf of the cemetery committee? So let me make the motion that the cemetery committee moves to approve designating the town manager as our representative to sign on our behalf this memorandum of agreement. May I have a second?
Second.
Okay, roll call, Jerry,
Aye.
Jeff,
Aye.
Rod, aye. So those are our two motions. Are there any public comments? Okay, since there are no public comments, may I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
A second? And roll call, Jerry,
Aye.
Jeff,
Aye.
and Rod, aye. So I think we're done.
Great.
Is that correct, Aaron? Justin? Are we?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
thank you.